Ben Croissant, welcome back to Cardiff. How does it feel to be back for another year?
Yeah, absolutely over the moon. I want to play for the Cardiff Devils. I want to win trophies with the Cardiff Devils. So I think last year we had a great team. I'm sure we're going to build on that this year, and I'm excited to see how the roster comes together here. And it's an exciting time.
I always think it's important for the Devils, as obviously Cardiff's team, as Wales' team, to have at least one Welshman on side. And is that something you're incredibly proud of, to play for your home team again?
Yeah, absolutely. Every time the Anthem's playing in the games, and all the fans, everyone in the crowd is singing the Welsh national anthem, I think it's pretty special. Bailey played a good amount of games for us last year, which was awesome too. Another Welsh boy, but there's not a lot. Obviously, since John and Mizey have retired, there's not an awful lot of Welsh players playing right now. So I'm incredibly proud to be playing for the Devils, and yeah.
You mentioned that anthem. One of my favourite anthems of the entire year last year was after the Continental Cup, and there's that wonderful scene of you and Bailey kind of stood on the blue line singing your hearts out. The Continental Cup was a real big moment for this club, wasn't it? You know, they've won league titles, they've won trophies in UK hockey, but being the first Welsh team and only the second British one to win it, it was a huge achievement, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think definitely it was. And to do that at home as well was another special thing to do. And we'd been in the Continental Cup 2 years before, and things had just not kind of gone our way at the end. But to do that against two top level teams and to absolutely win convincingly, should we say? Yeah, it was a very special tournament, and one I'm sure the boys will look back on, and it was awesome.
As a whole, last year there was a lot of good stuff on the ice. How do you feel how do you feel your year went?
Yeah, I think mixed. Obviously, this last year was the first real season I've had a bit of an injury, and to really deal with that, so that was something different and an experience. But before the injury, I think Christmas time, I was really happy with my game. I thought I was playing really well, scoring some nice big goals, and our line were buzzing, and we were really finding our feet and going. And obviously then I got injured, and it was a long recovery back, should we say, for a little while, and there wasn't really too much I could do. It was a broken bone, so I was just waiting for that to heal, and try to get back as soon as I could. And we had trophies to try and win, so I was trying to do my part wherever I could and go from there. But it was an experience last year, and one I look back on.
Another achievement last year, right at the end of the year, was going away with GB and gaining promotion again. Obviously back in the top tier with GB. Again, that's something to be incredibly proud of, is representing your nation as well.
Yeah, it's not something I take for granted, that's for sure. And going away on those GB trips, or wherever we are, it is special to be able to put that jersey on. And I try and play my best, play my role, and do what I can for the team. And we had a great tournament just gone. We obviously took a few games to overtime, made sure we got the wins where it counted there, and it was just it come right down to the last game. But it was a wicked tournament, and it's awesome to next year now be back in that top division and play against the big boys again. And I think that's for as long as we can, we're going to be trying to hold our own there and see how it goes. It's great to be away with the boys. A great tournament, and again, something to look back on. I've only won a few tournaments with GB, and it's special. So
you mentioned being back at the top level. When I think of GB at that top level, all I can think about is your goal years back. First of all the hopes, I'm assuming, are going back and being with GB next year. But second of all, do you think you guys stand a good chance of again staying up?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we definitely don't go to those tournaments thinking anything different. We got the first goal is to stay up. Obviously, then we go from there with things. But it does tend to come towards that game towards the end of the tournament. But there's games before that we can manage and hopefully get some results from, and then you go from there. But I think the groups have been set for next year now. But we've been in the top division for a number of years, and a lot of the squad and the team know what that entails, how things go there. So I think next year's in Switzerland is going to be an experience. Where we were supposed to go when I think COVID all happened. So yeah, that would be cool. But yeah, I think we go into every game there now hoping to get a result.
A little bit closer to home, we talk about you being back in Cardiff. You've been back here now for a number of years since COVID, and you've kind of made it your home once again. Obviously, you went away for a few years, and now you're back. You starting a family, and in the latter stages of your career, this has once again become home.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it was always a place I'd come back in the summers. Like, I got a big family and close to the family, so yeah, I've always had that in mind. And when I was playing back in Cardiff, they was always going to be in the stands anyway. But yeah, no, like you say there, I've got a son. We've got another boy on the way. So yeah, we met in Cardiff, so we're comfortable here, like as in family life, and yeah, we enjoy it. So yeah, we've definitely settled down for the time being, and yeah, things are great in Cardiff. So.
Back on the ice, Paul Thompson comes in next year, and you've been playing in this league long enough to remember Paul Thompson when he was last here. Are you excited for what is going to be a new challenge playing with him?
Yeah, I'm very excited. Yeah, I think I've spoke to Tomo briefly, and yeah, he's obviously been away from the Elite League for a number of years now, but kept an eye on things, and he knows what it takes to win, in this league, and yeah, I'm excited to get down to playing hockey and understanding his systems and go from there.
Once you're back here, there'll be one fairly big change on the ice as well for the Devils, and that will be that Josh Bach won't be here. He's obviously moved on after last season, and he was a guy who was here last time you were here, has been here as a stalwart for the Devils. What's it going to be, do you think? A little bit funny without having Josh Bach about?
Yeah, it will. Like, Josh is one of my closest friends. And yeah, like you say, we've played together and against each other since we were, well, I don't know, we've played England under 13s together. So we've known each other a long time. And yeah, it was emotional for me, to be honest, when he was finishing the season just gone. And yeah, we're the same age. So obviously I'm getting older too as well. But seeing him, Harrison, Tash, like we're close. We used to live really close together. So we'd share lifts all the time. And yeah, I'm excited to see what he's moving into, and obviously he's going to be playing in Bristol next year as well. So I'd like to get down and catch a game there and see how he's doing on the power play. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see him moving and transitioning into that next career that he's looking and has worked hard at while he's been playing at Cardiff. He's been looking, had his sights on stuff like that. But yeah, it's going to be strange without Josh, definitely. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, we'll see a little bit of him throughout the year.
Does it make you kind of think about what comes next? Obviously, most sites are on next season and what we're going to see on the ice. But does it also kind of give you the food for thought about what comes after hockey?
Yeah, definitely. That's something I've kind of been working towards or looking at for a number of years now, and trying to put a few pillars in place for myself for when that time does come. But for the time being, I want to be playing hockey. I want to be playing in Cardiff. I want to be pushing for trophies. So that's not something that's right here, but obviously, yeah, it's on the horizon at some point. But yeah, just doing what I can for after hockey at the moment, and just putting everything I can into getting better personally and helping the team where I can. So.
What are the targets for the Devils and for you next year?
For me, it's just to improve on my role, what I do. I think I'm quite happy with my role. I'm comfortable in it, I think, and do a good job. And obviously, for the most part, I've played with Dougie and Bubs a lot, and we know our games inside out. And I think we're quite effective when we're the three of us are rolling. But yeah, obviously could play there, can play PK, and yeah, mine is just to improve personally, week in, week out, throughout the year. And obviously, I'm hoping as a team we're going to be pushing for every trophy. So I haven't spoke to a number of the boys about this yet, but yeah, that's definitely something I want to pursue.
Finally, just quickly, Joey Martin's testimonial coming up on the weekend. It's going to be a fantastic event, and it's going to be good to see guys back who maybe you haven't seen for a few years as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a few of the boys coming back that I used to battle against when I was in Guildford, or yeah. So it's going to be interesting. I've got to know a few of those boys now, but they weren't my best friends when I was on the ice. So it's good to see some of those guys, and yeah, it's going to be a hell of a weekend celebrating an unbelievable player and teammate and person. So I'm excited to see the support that he's going to have, and it's going to be a nice weekend. So yeah, I hope everyone comes down, shows their support, and yeah, enjoys the weekend.
Well, Ben, we're delighted to have you back with the Devils next year. Thank you very much for taking the time to chat to us.
Thank you.